Hello, this is your reading for January, but if you haven't watched my reading for 2026 yet, please go watch that. It's short, I promise. Because 2026 is coming up with a lot of change, whether you like it or not. And it's your decision to make if you're going to swim with that current or if you're going to fight against it. Especially if you are not content with your current reality, you should be embracing change. And I know that psychologically it's really hard because our brains don't want to waste energy on fighting obstacles when they can just be here and now surviving. But the year of the horse isn't going to let you do that. It is not going to let you merely survive. It's either going to force you to sink or to enjoy swimming. So, with that being said, this is your reading for January, and we are starting out with the Ace of Swords and the Hanged Man. So January doesn't come out with a lot of change quite yet. Still going with the flow, still not being the driver of your own life, still surviving, and still kind of shedding that skin from the year of the snake that we just went through in 2025. But Ace of Swords, which swords were very prominent in the 2026 reading. They are associated with communication, with new thoughts, and with clarity, with your mental thinking, or lack thereof. But with the Ace of Swords, new beginnings in the way that you speak. And the way that you behave, because the way that you speak, especially to yourself about yourself internally, is the way that you are going to act. And if you are constantly negative, you are going to constantly align yourself with negativity, and everything in your life is going to be negative. But if you bring that power back to you, if you take control of the driver's seat of the car of your life, you are going to be able to start thinking more positively and therefore align with more positive aspects in your life. See the opportunities that are already right in front of you, regardless of what you are going through in your personal life or what is happening in the world that is hindering you from living your life fully. A lot of different thinking, the way that you think, a shift in perspective in your mindset, which is what is going to drive the way that you actually live your life. Change your mind, change your life. I always say that. And I also started my 2026 reading with the quote that if you believe that you can or that you can't, you are going to be right either way. If you believe fully that you are capable of doing something, if you are capable of taking control of your life instead of waiting for something amazing to happen to actually live your life fully, that is going to be the case. We have the Five of Cups falling out in reverse. No more crying over spilled milk. Confidence. Confidence is very prominent in January of 2026, and you learning how to be confident, because confidence isn't just about the way that you portray your energy. It is about how quickly you can bounce back from something that brings you pain, that brings you a sense of discomfort. Because nothing is ever going to be black and white, and nothing is ever going to break you unless you let it. The only thing that has power over you is what you give power to. So stop crying over spilled milk and stop letting things that you don't want to have control over you having control over you. And how this works is that what you pay attention to is what, through neuroscience, is going to be your life. It is going to become your default. So again, the more that you think about the negativity, the more that you let something in the world stop you from living your life fully, the more that it's going to have power over you. So take that power back. And I do see that in January, that you're just going to be fed up with everything not working out in your life to the point that you're not even going to care anymore. And that is wonderful. That is a really good shift in perspective. That is a good way for you to go with the flow, but in a more healthy manner of, if something doesn't work out, let it. Let it. Don't try to hold on to things so tightly, because it's not worth it in the end. What is meant for you is going to be there for you, and what is not meant for you is going to keep beating your ass until you learn your lesson. So being fed up about being sad, about being depressed, about being disappointed, don't align yourself with things that bring you disappointment, especially if it's relationships or a job that just keeps beating your ass and you keep telling yourself that it's going to get better, and it doesn't. It's time for change. New year, new you, but you have to be the one to make that change. You have to be the one to have the clarity and the confidence to stand up for yourself and walk away instead of waiting for something to happen. That is, I can't emphasize it enough, that you are the driver of your reality. And what you hyperfixate on is what is going to have power over you, be it negativity or positivity or something in the physical 3D realm that you are letting control you, be it a job, be it relationships, be it the state of the world, whatever. It all starts from the way that you perceive things. So no more crying over spilled milk. I'm proud of you for that. Moving away from these things. Bouncing back a lot easier when you have a sense of disappointment, when something does not go your way. Ace of Wands. A lot of aces, a lot of new beginnings. Again, new year, new you. Ace of Wands. Focusing on your passions rather than focusing on the things that beat you up. Being tired, being fed up with everything is going to give you the spark to make a change. To make a change. To create a better reality for yourself. Being fed up and doing things from a place of spite is not the worst thing in the world. Yes, it's going to use up a lot more energy, mental energy, emotional energy to make a difference in your life, but it is a great start for you with this sense of momentum. And momentum is attracted to momentum. Once you make one little teeny tiny change, that snowball is going to start spiraling to create a better reality for yourself, because it's all about the butterfly effect. It's all about the little things that are going to add up to make you fed up, to make you tired of the way that you have been living, to make you think differently, to make you think more clearly, and for you to understand what it is that you want from life. So this is wonderful. January isn't going to be easy, but it is going to be a relief at the end of it. Once you understand that all this disappointment that has been piling up is a good thing. It is telling you that you deserve better. It is telling you that you deserve to take control of your reality. It is telling you that you don't have to sit in disappointment and in depression and in anxiety and in stress and in all the other negative emotions that you have been allowing yourself to sit through, because that is not you. You deserve better. In your 3D world, your environment, again, whether that's personal or that's what's happening in the world that is affecting you, it cannot hold power over you unless you give it power. Bring that power back to yourself. You are stronger than that. You are not meant to be here in order to be miserable all the time. But again, that starts from you. That starts from you changing your mindset, changing your priorities, changing where your passions lie, and making a difference for yourself. January is going to come with a lot of little baby changes that are going to start adding up for the rest of the year. So keep that in mind. But it's going to be a good thing. Learn to swim with the current rather than going against it. And understand that change is not a bad thing. You are going to go through so many chapters in your life, so many different plot lines, that this is just the beginning of probably the best one. Good luck.